Go to the tail of the tape. Both fighters are in their prime, 30 years of age.
WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Callum Mundo Smith. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo
obedezcan mis órdenes y propinancia todo tiempo. Tus guantes para suerte.
So you talk to Errol Spence and, hey, what about Terrence Crawford? Teofimo Lopez, hey, what about Devin Haney?
They lift Canelo
Experienced. He is the world champion in this weight class. There is something to going in and fighting in the Hall of Famer Joe Calzaghe back in London, so we've got you covered here. Then Callum Smith, he will fight tall. He uses his getting through it. Able to show a little something. You're shaking your head, Chris? You disagree? Dangerous here tonight. Long jab there by Smith, and he gets out of danger.
Smith needs to be more assertive with that jab and start getting a bit busier.
Yeah, and you know Callum Smith doesn't want to quite engage as he takes a shot. Sergio, he's closing the gap now.
He's been closing the gap, and he's doing it quietly. Smith.
You see Canelo outlanding Callum Smith. And Smith throwing like Canelo in most every round.
Ryan, we've got to get to round 3 before you start questioning my score.
It is right to him and land shots. He knows he cannot allow that tonight and survive. The belt line jab snaps back the head of Callum Smith, and Canelo goes to work with the
Hands off Canelo right there. It looked like he was unfocused, kind of coming into the round. He threw a hole.
And I mentioned there's some anti-UK bias. Good jab there by Canelo, and a right hand follows up.
Feint.
He's within distance.
Canelo's best attributes. He did it at Cobra.
Shot partially blocked. Hard there is himself beating Michael Kessler, Bernard Hopkins, and then eventually a past his prime Roy Jones. 2 jabs both land from Canelo.
Instead of baiting him with that right hand.
It is amazing when you look at him now. That body just looks different, Sergio, than when he was a good hard body shot. Canelo with the 1-2. It is a big difference. Canelo Alvarez sensed weakness when he fought Rocky Fielding, and he went in for jab. Uppercut tried there by Callum Smith, fell short. Trying to measure him, and there's the first round, but Canelo Alvarez able to land a bit more than Callum Smith. We figured that would favor the 6'3" fighter in the ring and not the 5'8" fighter. He is throwing much harder right now. Gets Callum Smith up on the ropes, lands a right hand.
It's cagey couple of rounds to start with. I believe that, as you can see, Canelo's trying
uses his height, but he does not use that long stick to keep his man at bay. He likes
to
to
get that close range. That's when he will land a big shot.
Canelo trying to cut off the ring, and he does. That's at you. Liam's, and that's dangerous against Canelo Alvarez. It's possible, but it's difficult. Middleweight champion eventually unified the titles, beating Jeff Lacey.
On each other right now. This is what Canelo could explode.
Just trying to put a punch out there to use as a blinder and keep him at bay.
Well, it's shades of Sergey Kovalev.
The Smith family is here, so is the Alvarez.
Aquí acábate lo primero. Simón, mando round, pásame la goma.
Round by round.
Le estás metiendo buen jab, pero nada más asegura que se lo des, porque él es más largo, güey, Es muy lento para ti. Ciérrate más. Simón.
The reach of him.
Vamos.
But you're doing good with the jab.
Tries to establish himself in this round. He needs to start winning rounds. Then more shots, and Canelo just got out of the way, and Smith was just rooting for Callum Smith.
Wanted this fight. He believes his guy's in great shape because he's
behind in the fight. He does. He's back up against the ropes, and that's the worst
This entire fight,
you guys.
Gareth, Joe Calzaghe closing the gap in the first 2 rounds. 90 for a good right hand by Canelo, and he goes back. Even when he blocked that right hand, that's a good uppercut from Canelo, it drove him back. You'll do half your rounds 10-10. You just have to make a choice. Just provides such a tight package coming at you. And then when you throw a shot, if he's able to move or count Smith, Canelo gets a little lazy walking in, he gets hit. But he waits till he's in range. Nice right hand by Smith and an uppercut. But Canelo is...
Yeah, I thought Callum was a more active fighter in that first round, but since then, it has been all Canelo out.
Gareth Davies has every round so far.
And he can't back up. He's just hold his ground, throwing combinations. He had a bit more success in the 5th.
Callum Smith hasn't found any openings. He hasn't gotten respect from Canelo.
They're going to start to pop shots. Smith is going to have to throw his hands, and he does right there.
Wow.
It just doesn't look good for him here tonight.
He was able to duck drops. Fast hands make you want to not punch. Push Canelo back.
Discourage that, but on occasion a judge may do that, but it's not recommended.
With a catch and counter left hook. Both hands are dangerous, but he's not letting it go.
Anthony Joshua, big uppercuts and a knockout of Pula.
He's a little more active, throwing his hands. Power punches so far, nearly 2-1.
This is going to be an important round for Callum Smith right here. He needs this round. He needs to get that respect.
Scorecard right there from Chris Mannix. Last 3 rounds going to Canelo. And you can Demetrius Andrade, who has a middleweight belt, is with us as well on our broadcast team. Demetrius,
This thing against Canelo allows him to load up and then bring hooks to the body in the head. And that's
This is great stuff as well.
Landing a lot of jabs, along with Gennady Golovkin.
and this is Steve.
Yes, sir.
If you start to do that on a regular basis, and Chris, you're scoring a lot, you'll know. Good right hand there, but it's an awful lot to do. Tries with the uppercut. He's going to go to the body. That was a body shot that he stopped Liam Smith. So of course he's going to the body.
She just stood against the
He's
rope.
taking shots and saying, "No, I'm going to keep walking in."
He rolled with that right hand. Canelo did.
He lands those first 2 shots. He lands the third. Not here.
Makes Canelo great. He makes you not want to punch.
Like I say, he's stalking, looking for them big shots, alright? He's looking for that right uppercut when it comes. Try and beat him to the left hook with it, Callum. Yeah, alright, okay. Yeah, so cool, big breath. Okay, when he wants to go with him, alright?
As he fires off and lands a right hand and then a jab. Back. So Smith fighting back in that last. Oh, the uppercut there. And that was a fake with the reach that state. I'm with you. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Chris Mannix. Round 10, and you wonder if was hurt by that shot to the body, to the side. And then the uppercut straight up the middle and the jab as well. And he's been able to stand up to it. Can he stand? Approaching the final minute.
On taller fighters.
That was borderline low. Maybe it was low.
And Canelo has bullied Smith the entire fight. He will
Trying to move in with the jab and get close. Smith able to get out of danger and make him miss that hard footing right hand again. And a body shot from Canelo trying to close the show. Can he finish? Hard right hand, Smith is hurt. Buckled on the ropes at the ropes. With Sergio, it's a world title fight. Normally the thought is somebody gets carried out. But
Sergio, I thought it was interesting. Callum Smith, Canelo
awful
Alvarez.
out left. Was that low, guys?
I didn't think there was low. I think it was borderline, but it was a devastating shot.
Busted up face from Callum Smith. He fires back with his own combination.
Smith's got hook. That's one of Callum Smith's best punchers. Canelo saw it coming a mile away.
That's the final half minute of being a world champion for now.
And they still connect, but he's able to land them. He's able to reflect them off.
That was a hard body shot. One of the hardest shots of the night. He fights back and nice try. That's not going to work. Did everything he could in this fight.
But when you see it in slow motion, he's rolling with the power.
Smith's territory for him to be.
Callum Smith, the champion of the world, is getting busted up. Uppercut in the right hand. Winning most every round. We're now in the 11th round, and Callum Smith is taking a beating.
Callum Smith is hurt, and I'm with Steve Smoker here. That wasn't a knockdown. I don't think he was supposed to be knocked down.
As well. Let's go to Joe Calzaghe. Joe, would you give any thought to stopping this fight? Smith drops his hands low for a moment to suck in some air.
That buckled his knees.
Another right hand after the hook. Smith fights back. 30, Chris. He seems to be getting better and better.
Yeah, we talk about Canelo's
super middleweight championship of the world. Canelo Alvarez comes out. That's a question. Right hand lands that combination.
Sergio, you brought this up earlier, and he did this against Daniel Jacobs. Canelo,
but you see just a little bit of give on Callum Smith. Right hand, he's hurt. Smith is, how long do we let this go if he's won? Canelo Alvarez.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in San Antonio, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision, Saul.